And welcome back to the latest episode of our Curse of Strahd campaign with our band of misfits known as the Mist Taken. At least by one NPC, that's what they're known. In our last episode, things went from, oh yeah, we've just got our fortunes read, to, oh god, as in an encounter, Irina, temporarily named Esme, went down, and in response, Strahd turned up and liquefied someone with a single spell. Palmar, then in a rage, tried to hit said Strahd. And if Strahd had been feeling mean, I feel would have one-turned Palmar, because his legendary action did something, and then it was his turn next. But instead he chose to mist away, leaving the party wondering what Strahd meant by he couldn't let them die yet. And perhaps also with a feeling of foreboding that they are being watched. But they eventually arrived at the town of Valarki, where they would hopefully be safe, and Irina would hopefully be safe.
We're being watched? By who?
The guards let them in after a bit of suspicion. Sigma went to shake their hand and was referred to as a pet, which almost resulted in more conflict, which could have been bad, but was somehow de-escalated. I do not remember how. The party continued and found themselves at the Blue Water Inn, where Octavian was spoken to by a raven. Bit of an oddity. Do you remember what the raven said, Tank?
Something about I think he was saying about things aren't what it seems, and be careful because you're always being watched.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something
pretty
like
much.
that, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's been a week, you know my memory.
Yep. Just be glad it wasn't all in rhyme. I'm not
You do that,
trying
I'm
that
leaving.
again. I'm not trying. If I do that, I'm leaving, I think. Because I'm just like, no, not under the character that only speaks in rhyme.
God,
But
no.
anyway, upon entering the Blue Water Inn, they managed to get food and drink and rooms after a bit of discussion, and then were invited into the back room by the owner of the establishment, a man by the name of something Markov, Erwin Markov, who basically hired the party once the festival is over to leave the town and go and investigate why the shipment from the Wizards of Wines, the winery nearby, or nearish by, has not yet arrived. In exchange for this, they have offered their assistance, their knowledge, and access to the wine for free, as well as some free room on board once it's returned. The party have accepted this, and plan to look into it, and if they're lucky, maybe they'll just run into it on the way and they'll just have to escort it back. As they get ready for a long ready to head up to bed and get their long rest, Misha inquires of the barmaid Danica Dorokova if there is anywhere nearby where they may procure a pie for Lucian, they seem to consider this for a few moments. But before they give their answer, there is a bit of a scuffle from the southernmost part of the room, where one of the two young men drinking quite heavily has just fallen off of his chair and down onto the floor, whilst his compatriot laughed at him quite heavily. The woman sighs. Oh, god damn those Wokta boys. They're good paying customers, but damn, they make a lot of racket. Alright. Nikolai, get your brother home. He's had enough, and you look close yourself. You can come back tomorrow, usual. And the first brother stands up, looks to his sibling, and goes, ugh, do I have to help him? Can't I just leave him here and pick him up tomorrow? Actually, hey, you lot look capable. Mind carrying my brother home for me? There's what, an electrum piece in it for you? That's good money for you, you sort trade.
I don't mind assisting, but I need someone to show me the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to, but yeah, I just can't be bothered to carry him, and what's money for if you can't spend it to not do things you don't want to do?
Sure. Which of the two is the abbreviated one?
So this one
He's
is
the drunk lad.
yeah. He's there you go. Kevin's prone.
Come on, big boy.
Brother, is it that time already? Look, it's one of them. Nikolai just kicks him and goes, "Shut up! It's just a weird-looking guy. Let's just get you home." You
How
really
does
need to
the
learn how
maid,
to liquor.
Baron call this? Everything will be well?
All will be well. Yes, all will be well. Yes, let's all right. Follow us, I suppose, or follow me and drag him along. Oh, holy shit! Evgeny Solder, you scared the crap out of me. You.
Passing through.
Yeah, just ignore the wolf hunters. They'll be fine.
But before Misha leaves,
Oh.
Sigma will call out and go, do you need company or?
No, I'll be fine. Unless you want to come.
Palmar, perhaps you should accompany Misha.
Okay.
Ask me.
Yes,
Would you mind keeping an eye on Lucian?
that's fine. I'll keep an eye on your brat. Don't know what his relation
Appreciate it.
is to you at this point.
Inconvenience?
That'll do. All right. Right. So has Misha and Palmar. Just gonna crack Palmar out there as well.
I
Follow.
thought the entire group was following. Okay, cool.
I mean, Sigma, are you also going? Do you asked about company, or you going to stay here?
I was. I just want to make sure we have at least a
Mm-hmm.
some support in the if we're gonna split, we're not going
Yeah.
alone buddy system.
I'll
And-
stay here with make sure Irene's sort of safe.
Yeah, and I can
Yeah.
I can stay here because I feel like walking in the dark in this town may be more dangerous for me than anyone else right now, unless
It's-
Misha wants me to come. That's why I asked. If he tells me, I'll come. But
Yeah, no, it's not that I need someone to go, because I'm pretty sure in this town there shouldn't be too much danger. Unless these finelets are leading me into a trap.
Trap? No. That's if you went with those hunters. Maybe they're good at traps.
Mhm.
But
yeah, I'll stay here with Octavian because we want to try to keep the group somewhat even.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I will. I take you back to the map briefly. Remind myself which room is which. No.
Oh, are we all the way there?
You are over here currently
Oh,
at
there,
N2. Yeah. But you are being led through to. So honestly, it's not far. It leads you down the road and up here. To no, get a description of this place, which I don't have my notes for this one up yet. Apparently not. Why did I not give those notes up? Let me just grab those notes quickly. And that one. Right. Happen everyone but this one, apparently. So, as you approach, this house, perhaps like the people you're escorting, almost seems drunk. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you almost hear the building groan. Almost like it's regretting its life choices. That will drag.
Do houses normally make this sound?
Yeah, they can do, depending. Yeah, really. Let me drag you guys to that map. It. Alright, alright, this is the place. I'd invite you in, but I doubt Mother will be pleased with guests, even ones that have been as helpful as you. And he chucks you both an electrum piece. And then drags his brother slowly in.
Mm-hmm.
And unless there's anything you wanted to ask before I head in, or haggle for more money, I know you need all you can get.
No, that's the money part is done. But those people on the scaffolds, do you know what they're there? What they've done? Why they're there?
Oh, you mean the
children?
people in the town square and such?
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. Let me have a think. I should know this. Mother's always telling me to pay attention to politics. Well, I think the young child wasn't smiling and happy enough. He was caught frowning around the mayor. Not something you do.
Mm.
I think one of the others was caught graffitiing something over one of the signs, which says all will be well, or something with like all isn't well, or all will be not well, or something like that.
Probably
Another,
nothing as well. That makes sense.
yeah, another one was seen questioning why we need constant festivals. It was all stuff like that. Serious crimes, all against the benefit of the town.
These are terrible crimes.
Yes, all against the goodwill of the town and that, and yes, he actually, I'm gonna have him roll an insight check at disadvantage on you. Okay, that didn't roll at disadvantage, but that's.
Do I need to roll some
No, it
charisma
did.
check?
Well, it depends. Are you trying to hide or lie about anything, or are you just like basically as you're told this, you said, "Oh yes, very serious crimes, etc." Like, what is Misha's whole?
There will be some tone of cynicism behind it,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure if that's for. I mean, sure, I can roll for deception to see
Yeah.
if the cynicism doesn't get caught on.
Yeah. Sure. Oh no, he doesn't pick up on you at that. Like, I'm pretty sure. That was.
I haven't seen my own roll yet, so that's gonna be
I
interesting.
saw a dice roll, but I didn't see it come up on screen. It was an 18.
Oh.
So yeah, they don't see through you at all, and they're just like, yes. Well, you've been very helpful. I best get my brother in. And he opens the door, revealing, well, a female human who does not look very happy, but then sort of seeing that it's not just her son's, the frowning countenance is immediately gone and just goes, Nicola, you brought friends. You should have sent a message ahead so I could be more fit to take on guests. Are they coming in? No, Mother. They were just helping me get Carl home. He's
Don't mind us, ma'am. We were assisting your son to get home. We will be on our way.
Oh, it's good
But
to
it's
see
a
that there are some decent
pleasure to
people in
see
town. Yes, pleasure to meet you too. And she looks at you, Misha, almost with a sort of curiosity on their face, and I want you to roll insight. Palmar, you can also roll insight if you want.
11.
Okay. So with that, kind of the same. It almost seems like perhaps she's appraising you, Misha. Oddly, only you specifically, but she then leads the pair in and closes the door behind her.
Is there any what's the word? Um, expression change on the children?
How to think that.
Are they scared that their mother opened the
There
door,
was
was in the
a look.
hallway?
There was a look of slight surprise and like.
Is it more
Yeah.
surprise or is it more distress? Or can I not make that out?
They're young men, but they are her children. Still. But yes, they seem perhaps
I mean, to a mother, a children's age doesn't matter, or their children age doesn't matter.
yeah, I mean, Carl obviously you can't tell he's drunk as a skunk at this point. But Nikolai, there's perhaps a little bit of distress, but perhaps you would take that as maybe he's just thinking he's gonna get like an earful for letting his brother get so drunk that they had to hire someone to get them home.
Yeah.
With that, whilst you've been gone a little bit, I'm going to actually return to the others.
Back.
Maybe through this
way,
gate to start with. But whilst you're beginning your journey back, I'm actually going to go back to the Blue Inn.
James, it's I've got no cover of the. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. It's come back now. Sorry.
Yeah, because
we were on a different screen. Yeah.
We were on a map which you wouldn't have you on because you weren't on that map.
Yeah, that's no worries. It was just more of a rather say just in case.
Yeah. Just gonna take you guys off of this map for now because you're technically not on this map. So as the rest of the party leave, it is at that point that two rough-looking gentlemen walk in. And immediately upon seeing, well, both Sigma and Octavian, they immediately go to draw weapons and call out to Danica, and it's like, don't worry, we'll deal with these monsters. They're not going to harm anyone here.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. In a very, very sort of elegant, I'm not a monster. I'm, a person.
No need to worry, Yevgeny Shoulder. These are our guests. They might have a bit of an odd appearance, but they're not monsters. You can stow your weapons, and if you draw steel in here again, she lifts up a crossbow from below the desk, from below the bar. It'll be you that leaves injured, understood? And they sort of stare at her for a moment and go, oh, don't. The black-haired one just goes, no, didn't mean any harm. Saw something that we didn't recognize, looked monstrous. Survival instincts. You're out in the wild as often as us. Well, you learn to kill first and ask questions later. Didn't mean to cause any offense. We've been a bit on edge recently. Ain't that right, Shoulder? And the other one just grunts. Yes, everyone's been on edge recently. Like, just grab a seat and I'll bring over your regulars shortly. Danica sort of looks to them and looks to you two, and it's just like, I do apologize for my patrons, they're a bit edgy, but I'm sure you can understand their reaction. It's not often we see people like yourselves, and they're so quick to judge people based on appearances.
Of course.
At the sort of cooling down of the situation, Sigma's hand, that was like right on the handle, sort of pulls away um, the chain of holding their blades, like rattling slightly as they pull their weight away from it.
Octavian just look over at the two gentlemen going, let bygones be bygones. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. And I'll buy them both a drink.
Okay, so
Doing the
you going for the
guilty
cheaper
kindness.
stuff?
Oh no,
You going
no,
for the cheapers?
No, I'll get them the good wine.
So they'll a flagon of the expensive wine is given to each of them, which is a silver piece each, so 2 silver. I'm sure you've got enough for.
Yep. I'm going for
Right.
kill them with kindness.
Yeah. One of the younger members of the bar staff, or people who live here at least, looks a bit disappointed. He's like, we never get to see a good bar brawl anymore. Go wash some things more interesting than being in here.
Mm-hmm.
He heads into the kitchen.
Do they smell like they've gotten a kill recently? Like, were their hunts successful, or do they?
Give me a perception check.
Sure.
There's definitely a smell of blood on them, and you can see a bit of dirt and grime, like they've been out active, but you don't really see any wounds on them, so clearly it must be either they covered up the wound or it's someone else's blood or something else's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm yeah. So Danik is actually gonna sort of look to Octavian and go, well, you're better than most folk. Most folk would have not been so forgiving. And your friend over there looked ready to draw blood himself, but at least things have calmed down, though it's actually perhaps fortunate that that pair walked in, as much as it could have led to a fight. If you're looking for a guide on anything around nearby, they're probably your best bet. Might be able to offer you some insight if you're looking for anything in particular.
Good to know. I just sort of look at going. As for the whole being civil or not, I'm a military. I'm a military man. You learn to deal with those sort of types.
Yeah.
And I'm a hunter by trade, much like them. Perhaps our situation is similar.
It's at that point that a few other guests start wandering in, grabbing, ordering pints, etc. A young woman, as she mulls over her wine and goes, "Oh, what I would give for just a simple glass of goddamn water. Ugh. Stick with the wine. It's fine. All will be well. All will be well. Oh, but God, I miss water."
What's wrong with the water?
Oh God,
Smile,
just sort of
smile,
for
smile.
a moment, just It's fine. Jessica, just tell them what you know. They're friends. Well, patrons like yourself, I suppose. But oh well. Sorry. You gave me a bit of a shock there. That's quite an impressive costume. I've not seen one quite well made. I mean, even that Octavio doesn't have anything quite as fancy, and I doubt Blinsky's poise could look as impressive. All right, but yes, well, the lake is, well, the water's not really drinkable anymore, or it is, but it's a risk. Like, you're as likely to get sick as you are to get thirsty. And it's not like a slow thing either. No one knows what's causing it, but it's, well, it's caused fishing to become very difficult. I mean, there's one person who still goes out there every now and then trying to fish, but most of the rest of the town have given up.
What's actually wrong with the water? Are the fish dying or?
Nobody's really sure. That it's just um, the water's just not drinkable, or at least not for everyone. Like, some people seem fine, but others get sick really quick over it. That most do.
I don't suppose you've got like a barrel of the water from there, but anywhere, do you? And look at the woman behind the bar.
Unfortunately not. I mean, ever since these issues started, I mean, we've not seen much point in stocking it. We've not been able to drink it ourselves, which is odd. We can normally stomach quite a lot of things, but that, no.
How far is the lake from?
Well, it's not far. I mean, you probably saw it as you were walking in. It's maybe, half a mile, maybe down to, maybe probably not even that, down to the shore from the north of town through one of the gates. A quarter of a mile, yeah.
I was just wondering
yeah.
if purify food and drink would clear the water drop for them.
I mean,
because it removes poison and disease.
True, but generally over like a small amount, you're not going to be powerful enough to affect
It's a
the lake.
5-foot sphere. So,
Yeah.
I'm not saying the whole lake, but a couple of barrels. And being that it's a ritual casted spell.
It's not a bad shout. I mean,
if you can gather a series of barrels, you can easily purify some source of water.
This is what I will say is I'm able to purify sort of food and drink from poison and disease. I don't know if it'll work for the water, but if you could get a couple of barrels full of it, I could try.
Well, I'll get some of the I'll see if I can get some of that. We can get some decent water that's well, as much as people here are all for the wine, yes, though a lot of people don't want to go out of the North Gate anyway, but some do, I suppose. Seen as a bit of a bad omen considering its name. Though, really, I suppose it's named for the lake. Well, the lake is Lake Zarovich, so the gate is the Zarovich Gate, so that obviously has certain connotations, as you might be aware, being...
The lake doesn't run anywhere near Ravenloft, does it? With rivers or...
not that I'm aware of. No, there could be underground streams.
So it's not anything to do with vessel itself.
Yes, I mean, we've had people try to investigate, but unfortunately, we're not well, spellcasters or anything like that. You might be able to analyze the water or fix it, and yes, it's just one of those unfortunate things. I'm going to say at that point is probably when our two other party members will return, because they weren't that far and it's not going to be taking that long to get back. One thing, Misha, you actually know you probably wouldn't, but Palmar? Nope, neither of you would notice. Interesting.
See, I can change my spells after a long rest, can I not? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes, you can change what spells you have prepared.
Okay.
At a long rest. After a long rest.
Yes, fine.
Yeah.
If push comes to shove, I can prepare, create and destroy water. And
Yeah.
make 10 gallons of clean water for them.
Yes, but... yeah, so... yeah, so, Misha, as you walk in, you, hear one of these two gentlemen, the younger one, say to the older one, where is it? You know, I still cannot work out why that priest is so grumpy all of a sudden. He was always the life of the party, and now, recently he's just been such a sourpuss. Needs to get laid or something. Yes. Well, not as odd as what I've seen. Yes. I mean, priests going weird, that's just par for the course, but have you ever seen someone who doesn't own a cat buy cat food? That's just bizarre. Like, are they eating it themselves? Like, ugh. Like, cat food. I mean, I wonder what it tastes... No, it tastes horrible, of course, but maybe? No.
You've obviously never seen a cat or never cared for a cat. Cats are very picky eaters, so it should be quite delicious, I assume.
Oh, God. It's a devil! Devil! Get away, devil! He holds up like a holy symbol of the Morning Lord, which is like a sunburst symbol towards you.
You're just going to call it. He's with us.
Keep your trinkets
There's
with
so many-
you. They might protect you from something actually evil.
I like your moustache, but you look really weird. And that's all he says, and then goes back to his drink.
I'm just going to point at Misha and go, he's the Holy One.
Well, no, he's got no holes in him. What do you want about? I mean, he's got horns. I suppose that those could come through holes. And he's got ear.
What he means is, and I take my own symbol of the Morning Lord.
Oh, you're in disguise to sneak in and kill the devils. That's smart. I like that. Yes, that must be it. And he takes a deep whiff on his pipe, and there is like a deep earthy smell as he does.
Well, Sigmund leans over to Octavian and whispers, "What's with these folks and thinking things are costumes?"
Because they've probably never seen people like us.
No one's seen
They've
people like me.
they've never seen other people.
Well, I suppose what you've got to think is most of the people in this land are human.
Are there any other kind of people in these lands?
We've not seen any so far, have we?
Well, there's well.
Oh, there was that vampire. There's a vampire, I suppose.
There was elves at one point. Might be some still about, but... And some say the Vistani aren't quite human. After all, who human would side with him, after all?
Self-preservation.
Yes.
They are
Oh.
protected by him.
Possibly. Possibly. There's also ravens, lots of ravens. And werewolves.
Werewolves.
Hmm.
Only wolves we found were those dire wolves.
And you survive.
Those
Well,
are,
that's good in itself.
Those are his pets, right? Wolves.
Most things in this land belong to him. He is ancient, he is the land after all. Or so they say.
There was only what? 4? 5?
Wait.
That was the chant we heard at the bottom of the Durst Mansion, was it
Is
not?
it was. Is it a normal chant?
Or, well, for people who particularly venerate him, yes. Been heard. Normally, you won't hear that much in town, though. Not unless they want to get on the wrong side of the Burgomaster. I mean, all will be well.
Burgomaster.
Yeah, all will be well.
His name sounds tasty.
Esme,
Hmm.
so I'm gonna head up to bed. This conversation's giving me a bit of a headache. Come on, Lucian, we'll get you ready for bed as well.
Oh. Would I have been able to pass by some pie shop? Or did I not get directions?
You didn't get directions, but you can give me a perception check. Oh no, that's great.
14.
14. Okay. Let's. I cannot remember what you guys decided as the sleeping arrangements last time.
Palmar agreed to have a room, and everyone
Octavian
else is.
and Sigma have a room, and me, Lucian, and Arena have a room.
Okay, so that'd be in the bigger room.
I will be right back, James.
No problem. Yes, so for 14, roll me a D100. You're looking for higher the better.
62 is
That's
on the
pretty
higher
good.
end.
That's pretty damn good. You don't walk past a pie shop, but you walk past a stall being set up that says Pierre's Perfect Pies.
And it's being set up?
Yes, it's being set up. You see a small man in a very tall chef hat setting it up.
Would you happen to sell any savory pies?
Oh, mamma mia! Savory pies. Yes, yes. I sell many pies, perfect pies. What sort of pie would be perfect for you today, my friend?
Some kind of meat pie? I'm not sure what kind of different meats you have.
Meat pie, meat pie. We have chicken, we have venison, we have fish, we have steak, we have pork, we have... He pauses for a moment. Rat, I've heard some like rat, but not for everyone. Pigeon pie, personal favorite of mine. Pierre's Perfect Pigeon Pie.
Pigeon pie?
Yes,
no, I think... What would he like? Maybe venison?
venison. Fine fare indeed. Where did I put that? He takes off his hat, roots about in it, and then pulls out a small pie and hands it to you and goes, first one is on the house, but only if you promise to come back for the festival.
I mean, we are supposed to be at the festival, right?
Exactly.
Thank you, my sir. Good sir.
You're welcome. And then he puts on his hat and continues setting up his stall.
So yeah,
Why
when
he keeps a pie in his hat, who knows?
I don't know how, what, why, but I will give the pie to Lucian.
Pie. Pie, 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 pie. He actually starts singing that as he starts munching, and he goes. And then he stops after taking the first bite and goes,
It's not the same, but it's a pie. How does it taste?
like a pie. Pie flavored. But, like you said, it's not quite as good, but it'll do. We can go get their pies later when you go deal with them, because I'm sure you're going to deal with them. You're big heroes and they buy children, so yeah. Beat them up. Beat them with a big stick and then steal all their pie recipes. That would be their punishment, we'll steal their pie recipes and make our own pies, and then we'll put them out of business. And then I'll have all
Maybe
the
we
pies
can
I can
learn
eat.
some.
Lucian is a little menaced,
Sure.
and I kind of love him for that.
I honestly kind of want to give him a slingshot. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. Oh no.
We can buy him a slingshot.
Yeah, but
Maybe in the future.
he heads up to bed, thanks you, gives you a little hug, and heads up to bed. Goes for the pie evolution. Viva la pie. And goes to bed. Kid has one thing on his mind, and it is pie.
And it is pie. It's not just any pie. It is the pie.
Yep. But yeah. Palmar, are you just standing out in the rain, or are you heading up
He's
to bed?
enjoying
Or...
the scenery.
I just know you're standing out there. I'm just like,
Yeah, no, just enjoying the peace and quiet, to be honest.
that's fair. That is fair. It does look fairly crowded in there at the moment. You've seen a few of your compatriot or NPCs, compatriots, head upstairs, probably to bed.
Anything funny happen?
When they head up to bed?
No, I'm asking Sigma or Octavian regarding the time we were bringing people to bed. Drunk people.
These people think I'm wearing a costume, apparently.
Adorable.
I will literally take out my water skin and pour a glass of water and hand it to the woman next to me, by the way.
He goes, oh, wait, is this proper water? Oh, thank you. I don't have any way to repay you. She sort of thinks for a moment and then goes, but if you come to the festival, I'll buy you an apple.
Oh,
They do good apples. Some
When
of them
is
are dipped in the festival's in about 2 days, I think. 3 days.
Okay.
But yeah, or if you prefer, I know my way around town. I can show you around. I mean, you look like you'd probably enjoy visiting Blinsky's. If you like costumes, you probably like Blinsky's.
Perhaps.
Blinsky.
Yes, Blinsky. He's a toy
He's a
maker.
toy maker.
Yeah. He's very famous.
There
It's
was
if
a
it's
saying. There was a saying.
it's no fun, it's no Blinsky.
That's the one.
Mm.
Octavian, you should remember this. Oh wait, Octavian.
I think Tank
You-
stepped away briefly.
You
I
called?
don't know if he... he's back.
I've just sat back down.
Remember the old woman in Barovia?
Oh,
Did she have this Blinsky doll?
yes, I will produce. I'll show the doll.
Oh, you got the doll now.
I was given the doll, wasn't I?
Yes, you were as something to
We were looking for a daughter, I believe. We were supposed to.
Wasn't her daughter's name Maria? For some reason, I've got Maria in my mind, James.
her name was Mad Mary.
Mary.
I met Mary. That's the mother.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
mother. I meant the daughter.
The daughter. Let me check my notes.
I
I'm
swore I
terrible
wrote it
for
down, but-
not remembering this part.
Yeah, me too. I'm terrible at remembering names. Gertruda.
Okay. So, nowhere near Maria.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of combined their names,
Yeah.
Mary and Gertruda, to make Maria.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yep.
So why were we saying
Okay.
about the doll? Sorry.
What's the? Yeah, the
The
toy
young-
maker that made the doll.
Blinsky.
Apparently, Blinsky is in this town, and this young
Oh.
lady
I wouldn't
offered
mind.
us to guide us to them.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to good old Blinsky.
Well, I can come back in the morning and or whenever and show you to there. Or if there's anywhere else you want to go, I know toy shops aren't for everyone, but I can be your tour guide. God, I'm thankful for water. Even the rain just seems off. You know,
Water is off.
yeah, it's like
Doesn't
something's
feel
just
clean.
yeah, and
I mean, I'd argue
animal.
I'm quite sensitive to the water.
Yeah. Animals seem fine, but anything like humanoid, I guess, seems to get sick from it unless, well, most people do anyway.
Hmm.
It doesn't feel clean. It feels ill.
That's a good way to put it. It's like the water itself is sick, and so it makes you sick. But yes, what time are you planning to go look around town? I can come back in the morning and show you around.
What
time
time will
says
be a
sipping
nibble
water.
time?
I mean, honestly, you're probably not going to notice much difference until, well, light-wise, until at least 8 o'clock, what with the mists and everything. But I can come earlier if is preferred. I mean, you gave me some water that I can actually drink. When I was growing up, I never thought I'd miss water. I mean, we've got wine, but sometimes water is just what you want.
I do miss a good water. I can fix that.
Rather than just fixing, maybe try to see what is causing it.
Of course, but I can do something tomorrow to help.
Clean the
Now,
water.
that
I can create 10 gallons of water.
with that, after a time is agreed, she walks away to go do whatever. and the rest of you are welcome to either stay up and talk for longer, or feel free to go and have a long rest.
I'm gonna probably have another wine and then call it.
Mhm.
Yep. Just keep track of how much you're spending.
Yep,
I'll,
I'm knocking it off each time.
How many wines have you drunk at this point? Like
This
at
is
least
my
3, right?
third.
Only third?
Okay. Give me a con
Third tonight
save.
or third total?
Third tonight.
Give me a
I'm a
con
Because-
save.
I'm a 900 James.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it's not a high DC. You're fine.
Sweet.
Great wine.
Yeah. Another thing you would perhaps notice, particularly as it's been raining so much, Octavian, the others might not, but for someone who's as sensitive to nature, is that the water not only feels off, like sick as it's been described, but is slightly viscous in some cases.
Ew. Thick water.
Yeah,
Oh,
that water's dummy thick.
oh, just the thought of that.
Yep. God.
Water
We
mixed
can-
with gelatin.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
James. Yeah, I'll finish
How
my,
noisy? How much noise would it make to cast detect magic?
Probably. I mean, it's a verbal spell, so and
I
there'd be.
got it from Eldritch Invocation.
That's true. Yours is more just like a turn on thing. I mean, it's still technically like a verbal thing, but it's probably not like a complicated spell. It's like, honestly, I'm imagining almost like a Thundercats give me sight beyond sight or something. Just something that you just say a short command phrase to activate or something rather than a long spell. So yeah, if you want to activate that, it will make your eyes look different. Is the main thing. So
Yeah,
that will be the
my
most
my my
helpful
left
thing.
eye will probably light up a bit, or will light up as I
Yeah.
cast it.
Okay, so
I am
Well-
curious to. I'm already concentrating on what? I don't know. Whatever. But I'm curious. Would the water radiate any kind of energy?
it's a good question. It's a good question. It's radiating a slight magic, but you sort of get a similar feeling from the mist themselves, which is probably like a natural sort of almost like background magic of this area. The odd thing is with the rain, I would say whilst you can get that sort of background magic feeling, it feels slightly different, but it's not a magic that you recognize.
Okay, so it's not necrotic.
No.
This is weird. Is Palmar there? Woody.
Sorry, what was the question?
First, if you were there. Second, can you investigate this water? There is this weird taint to this that I can't place. It feels off.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be right now, because obviously we are getting tired and sleepy.
I could probably do something in the morning, but for now, can I taste it?
I'm not sure if you want to taste it right now.
Now's it.
People
The
say
conversation
that-
seems to be that it
Yeah.
making
Yes.
people feel sick.
No,
You would have
yeah,
heard that. So
Definitely heard that.
Sigmund will shrug and say, I know for a fact if I taste it would probably not do anything.
I'm
I
not
don't need
sure.
to drink it.
It feels similar to the mists.
Mm.
Can I do some sort of check to see if? Oh, do I have any? Do I have the right tools on me?
Do you have the right tools on you?
Probably want a distiller's kit if you're trying to.
Yeah.
I can give me an hour, and I can have the right tools for the job.
yep, that's one of his features.
Uh,
Yes.
I mean, it would be either a distiller kit, brewer's kit, or a alchemist kit.
Neither
Yes.
of those likely have the tools you need.
My gut is fit. My gut says it's probably an alchemy
Mm-hmm.
rather than distilled, because that would be more. Yeah,
They both use this. Generally speaking, alchemy would use the same tools as a brewer's or a distiller's kit. It just
It's
A
just a
slightly
different
different
flavor.
Yep.
different, very different. Some of the jugs, things are different.
Some. But
In practice, you can use an alchemist kit to create some very good brewing. Except those are usually for the
usually you're trying
lower volume end results, and the brewer's kit is for mass production or
Yeah.
bigger.
So
It's scaled up.
let me just check.
Mm.
Actually, create a set of.
Would there be any interesting magical stuff indoors? Maybe on
that's-
either of these fella?
That's
Okay,
a
cool.
good question. So let me think. There's nothing of interest on them. However,
My arm is probably going to light up like the 4th of July.
there's also a thing on me that also would likely.
Hmm.
I would say you. Actually, if you'd be upstairs, would you?
I imagine the
detect-
green is getting drunk off his ass. That's what's happening. He's
Yeah.
going to.
Does detect magic pass through walls? I forget.
It
Blocked
can
by, like,
pass through.
an amount.
No.
It is blocked by 1 foot of stone or 1 inch of common metal.
Okay, so I would say you get the faintest trace of abjuration magic from upstairs.
A little kid. Murder him.
Only abjuration?
That's the main one you're getting, I would say. At least that doesn't feel like it because you know kind of what the feel of greed is like being near him. You're probably not getting that sort of feel. Like from Palmar, you're probably getting like some sort of like evocation magic of some kind.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Octavian, you pick up like Viridic magic and stuff, but yeah, definitely some abjuration, and that's the main one I would say you're picking up.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and I'm gonna say from outside, you get a bit of transmutation magic.
From a single point or from a...
From a couple of points
Okay.
that seem to be moving about. Some of them and some sitting still.
The birds.
The boy.
Is it the birds?
Seeing one of the birds and then being in range, yes, you're getting faint transmutation magic from them.
Yeah, okay. Stupid birds.
I'd say it's transmutation magic that feels perhaps a little distorted.
Right, okay. I'll and the thing.
And detect magic.
Where is
I
it?
think
Oh,
it
there.
just disabled Devil's Sight, I think.
No, the devil side is something else. Devil side is my
Oh yeah, Devil's Sight is your
dark vision.
yeah. Yep, so you're fine. Anything else anyone wants to do?
I'm going to have another glass of wine.
Sure, and then you can give me another con save.
Yep.
Can I start working on getting a alchemy setup going down here?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay, with that, Octavian, you begin to feel dizzy and you're losing your balance a bit as you're getting a bit drunk. This wine is heady stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna do something funny. I'm gonna get up, stagger over to these two over here, lean down to them, and go. Do you want to see a magic trick?
It's time to get to bed, Octavian.
The bald-headed one just sort of looks at you and just sort of raises an eyebrow. The other one just ignores you entirely.
I'm gonna wild shape into a cat.
Drunk cat.
Drunk cat.
And it did not let me change my token again.
I really need to fix that.
Because you're using the feature and not the actual
If you
polymorph
go
tool.
to your character sheet and then select the 3 dots,
There
there's
is a polymorpher.
polymorpher.
So there is.
No. So the wild shape feature should work, but
Cannot polymorph. The enabling polymorph game setting is enabled.
Yeah, I did enable that. But
He'll also
Sweet.
need certain permissions to
have to
do it.
Either way, I'm just gonna wild shape into a cat and
he just
We can all use our imagination.
yeah.
Yeah.
He just sort of stares and then just grunts and goes, "Fat cat."
he's just gonna hiss and sort of wave and walk off.
Yes, you're a
Tail
good
stuck
cat. Now get back to bed.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, I pick
And-
up Octavian.
I don't know. He's gonna just walk the stairs and go.
And as you're
Oh.
walking past one of the the guy smoking the pipe, he goes, I have an intense craving for lasagna.
Oh, yeah.
Which room's mine, James?
Yours is, so you were sharing the room with
Sigma.
Sigma, yeah.
Stigma. So yours, wait, you're going up the wrong stairs, guys. The stairs you wanted are outside.
Hmm.
Uh.
I knew this.
They see you going to go up those stairs and go. The young boy goes, "No, Kitty, that's not for you. Outside."
Just meows and goes up the other stairs.
Yeah.
This
I will tell
Cool.
Palmar where his room is if he doesn't know, if Greed hadn't showed
Yeah.
him. But
Yeah.
Greed would have pointed that out.
This is
Dad's room.
your room.
Thank you.
But yeah, Palmar would have stayed downstairs working on getting the alchemy set up on the bar.
Yeah, it looks like Octavian that someone has reinforced this bed.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna curl up, sort of tail, tail under my head and fall asleep on the pillow. Which would be funny when the wild shape wears off. Then
Yeah.
So,
I'm so tempted to do something during the long rest.
so while I'm on my own,
No,
Yeah.
I returned. I was just checking out where the beds are.
cool. Yeah, during that process, I would have just cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. Yep, so target yourself and feel free to cast that. Decent roll.
I'll take that.
You basically, put you to full. That was exactly what you needed to go to full.
Yeah.
But yeah, during this time period, you can obviously prepare, use an hour to change your tools into alchemy tools. But that does take an hour, and I will say it is getting late, so I don't know if you want to wait until the morning to use them. Or if you're staying up late.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen, right?
Uh-huh.
Well,
What is the worst?
Exactly. Cool. How long would you say I'd need to run some experiments on this water to find out if it's chemically an issue?
Well, I suppose first of all, roll me an alchemy tool check, which you are not proficient in, so it's just going to be an intelligence check, I'm going to say.
Or wouldn't I be proficient in all tools?
I know you can get all tools, but I don't think you're proficient in all tools. It's sort of a weird thing. Let me just read the feature.
it might have a counter that says like, "Oh, when you have tools like this, you're proficient. You're considered proficient, or something."
This requires one which can doesn't say. I'm seeing.
As far as I'm aware, they have thieves' tools, tinkering, an artisan of their choice.
They have proficiency in thieves, tinkers, and one type of arts and tools.
Okay, so I went with smithing. So
Yeah.
cool.
And then of
intelligence
course
check,
you
yeah?
might have some from the back. Yeah, just straight intelligence check. Okay. It's going to, based on that, you think it's going to take a while. Even if you can, particularly because the only real source is the rain, and whilst it's a drizzle, it's not going to fill up any real containers anytime soon. You do not think to use the well, which is there.
But well,
Just
all
yeah, exactly.
will be well.
Yep. And the only other source would be the lake, but you obviously can't get to the lake right now, so you could leave some containers outside to fill up overnight, potentially, and then try in the morning.
And how heavy would you say the rain is currently?
It's like a light drizzle. So it's going to take a while to fill up a container enough to... And it doesn't seem like it's all of the rain that's affected as well. It's just like some of it has like this slightly more viscous feeling to it.
I'd like to spend 10 minutes just collecting just enough to fill up a little vial.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go to bed.
I am going to make this next check. I'm going to make this acrobatics check to see if you're able to basically move around fast enough to catch enough rain in this. In 10 minutes, you probably got enough to half fill a vial.
Perfect. That's all I need.
Okay.
I'll put a stop on it, cap on it, and just put it into my pocket.
Okay. And with that, you're heading up to bed as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else Misha would like to do before heading to bed?
I want to try to see if I can get some conversation with these fella.
Okay.
I've been told they were on the hunt earlier. Wolf hunters?
Yes. That is what they are, and both of them are wearing like wolf pelts.
Just the regular wolves? The bigger wolves?
Well, with the right setup, you can hunt most things, and me and Shoulder here know how to hunt most of the wolves. Only ones that we haven't caught are those that are smart enough to open the traps themselves, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, you also hunting those, or are they out of your league?
If the pay's right, we'll give them a go, but only if we're sure we can get one isolated. They're a lot more dangerous, and you got to keep them at a distance lest you become one of them, or so the tales tell, and I'm not willing to take that kind of risk.
You encountered another wolf hunter? Or just a normal hunter?
Now that you say it, we did run into this one guy who was a bit of an oddity. Seemed to be particularly after the smarter wolves, as we like to call them. We gave him directions to where we thought some were and warned him to stay away unless he was feeling suicidal. Ain't seen him since.
Is it far away? Is it close by?
Well, where some of them hang out can be fairly close by, but where we tracked a few of them is a bit further.
Where did you send the guy?
We just sent him to the nearer area, but I mean, he didn't even seem properly equipped. The guy just had a whip. Like, you can't hunt wolves with a whip.
Oh, trust me, if it's the guy I know, he can. Didn't you notice the edge, the end of the whips, the metal chains?
Honestly, like, I was more distracted by by the mask he kept with him. Very odd.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the guy.
Yeah. but I haven't seen him since. If you're looking for him, you're probably
Can
shit out
you
of luck.
point at the map where you sent him,
Yeah.
or any
Okay,
general
so,
direction?
well, so where do we send him? Yeah, so we sent him to I'll actually scrape off a bit of the map for you. Around here-ish.
Before the Wizard's Tower, okay.
Yeah, we've seen a few of them sniffing around there, so well, we sent him. Didn't give him the directions to the main cave. I mean, it was bad enough we were sending him to his death there. Well, almost certain death without sending him on a literal suicide run. Wolves are dangerous enough when you're trying to if you get them at the wrong season in there with their pups, but I can't imagine what these ones are like. Ugh.
Sorry, the what? Wrong season, and then?
With their pups.
Oh.
I suppose that's the right term anyway. At least that is for regular wolves.
Yeah, do you mean pups or newborn?
Yeah, pup. Bit of both. Yeah, either one. Depending on the time of year. I'd
I'd reckon
imagine
the newborn are scarier than the pups, or is it newborn?
I don't know, mate, honestly, but I said if you're looking for him, yeah, probably shit out of luck. But you might get lucky. Maybe he thought better of it, or maybe escaped, or heck, maybe you guys are the sort of brave adventurers who know how to cure that sort of thing. Doubt it, though. No one has done that. Even old Rictavio ain't got any tales about that, and he's got some tall tales.
Ooh,
Rictavio. Yeah. So, guy who comes in
Is he
here.
around town?
Well, he's probably upstairs if he's not at the stockyard.
Why would he be at the stockyards?
Yeah, he's got a wagon there.
Okay. Maybe I should check out that Sir tomorrow. Thanks for your time.
What? No problem, no problem.
Yeah, let's. I'll leave a piece of silver on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
Enjoy your stay.
Always do.
Sigma, are you up for something? You doing something? Oh.
Woody, you've got your hand raised?
Yeah. I'm wondering if during this long rest I can replace one of my infusions overnight.
As in replace it with a new infusion, or just say infuse a new object, one of the ones you already know?
So I have 4 infusions that I know. I can have 2 active at any time.
Yeah.
Based on I have 2 active. I want to change one of them, which I believe I can do overnight on a long rest.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So what are you changing out and what for? I suppose.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'd like to remove the enhanced defense that I have on my armor.
Okay.
And I'd like to replicate an alchemy jug.
Oh, you do. Everyone wants the alchemy jug. Okay, so
Well, at the moment, it's the only one that's useful to me.
Yeah, so I'll remove the enhanced defense. For now.
Yeah.
And I guess I will put an alchemy jug on your sheet.
Thank you.
It's always the alchemy jug. Always about the mayonnaise.
Why would
No.
you never? Why would you not create an alchemy jug? It is the perfect.
It's
item.
honestly,
In this
like,
situation, it's the perfect item.
It always
Cool.
is the perfect item. You can either create enough food for sustenance, or you can create drinks for hydration.
also create poison.
I mean, a jug full of mayonnaise is enough calories to keep you going for a day.
Uh-huh. Wait, only a
Okay.
day?
Yeah, but not enough for your own insanity.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it was Netherlands mayonnaise, like I might be more for it because that stuff is addictive.
None of this stuff's going to be like, Asda's own brand.
I think it depends on the quality of the alchemy jug.
Mhm.
I think if it's Palmar's alchemy jug, it would be the kind of mayonnaise that Palmar likes.
Yes, it's Palmar brand mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's slightly spicy.
Just a hint of Dragonborn.
Yes. No,
Just a slight hint of depression.
the mayonnaise may talk to you in your mind.
Oh.
If only you breathed fire, Palmar, it'd have been a spicy mayonnaise.
I mean, that would probably be quite nice with some things.
Yeah, like Chipotle mayo.
Mhm.
Mm.
But yeah, so
Anyway,
yeah,
off
you're able to do that as part of your long rest. Sure, you now have an alchemy jug. And we will see where that goes.
What is your breath attack actually, Palmar?
There where the sun doesn't rise.
Mine is psychic.
Psychic.
Yeah, so the mayonnaise is going to talk to us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a very verbal mayonnaise.
Yeah, or it's just going to scream into your brain and make your ears bleed as you eat it, or something. Who knows? I have no. I don't want to know what psychic mayonnaise does. Honestly,
Well,
at
the DM
that point, it is basically an ooze. It's a
It-
mayonnaise
it-
ooze.
it
A
makes you
mayonnaise.
crazy.
Mayonnaise.
Oh
mayonnaise.
no, it's there to make you crazy. It makes you think it's the French mayonnaise with the what's the word? Mustard.
Dijon mustard.
Yeah,
Dijon mustard, and then it becomes the Flemish mayonnaise with the extra vinegar.
yeah. And then at
That's
one
nice.
point, for some reason, it oddly tastes like ketchup, and you're never sure why. But yes, at that point, Sigma, was there anything you wanted to do?
I was just looking out. I was looking to see if I could see the moon to see what phase of the moon it was.
Give me. I'm gonna say a perception check. It's a low perception check, but obviously with the mists and stuff, this is more just
Mhm.
a. You can see a bit of the moon, and I would say it's at least a crescent moon at the moment. What's the term? Waxing crescent, I think is the right term.
Mm.
So,
Waxing is
or is it-
getting to full moon. It's from
Yeah.
new to
yeah,
first
yeah,
quarter.
that's the way that I'm thinking. So it's waxing, yeah. The other way is waning,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
Other
So,
than that,
yeah,
Sigma has
it's-
just like literally been standing out here for as Palmar was like doing his thing with his tools. Sigma is
Yeah.
soaked. He's been standing out here for like an hour, just looking.
Yep. And then Misha walks past, seeing a soaked Sigma.
You looking for something? Is there something going on?
When are people not looking for things? Perhaps we'll find answers somewhere. But no, I was just mainly enjoying the rain. It's better than
Enjoying.
It's better than the moisture that sinks into a dungeon.
Fair. Okay. Do you have any wait. How many people are there nearby? Is everyone just indoors?
Yes, at least. For the most part, you two are the only two outside.
What do you feel about getting some people out of scaffolds?
I mean, I could
Those
try.
those
I'm
people
sure
shouldn't be there.
I could sneak in. They wouldn't be too hard.
But if we do, we need to get him out of town. We can't do this right now.
Hmm. That's fair. I wouldn't know. Rules and laws are not things I was taught. At least not those kind.
These rules don't make sense. These are there just for oppression. The one making them isn't better than what we are supposed to hunt. Even though he isn't as bloodthirsty.
You know, the real answer to that isn't solving the problems they cause.
Speaking of the hunt, we might get some action soon. There's a band of wolves, the smart kinds, on our way to the next town. We might see them.
Very well.
And don't get ill. We need you.
Sigma looks at you like his ears twitch, like he's genuinely confused at the idea of getting sick.
Mm-hmm. This isn't your room.
Big loud slam. But yeah, Sigma just like mills around a bit. Like he's like just looking around, like paying attention to the town. He might like this is the 4 hours of time he doesn't need to be doing nothing. He technically doesn't even need to be inside at any point. He's just
Mm-hmm.
like he's just like getting a lay of the land without like much effort, I guess. As his long rest, he's just kind of looking, like paying attention. James?
Oh.
Yep. Sorry, I was there. I was slaying you to
Yep.
digress, but so you're basically just staying outside for a while, I guess. Pretty much.
Yep.
Okay.
If there is any gutters or puddles or things, I would pay attention to those. To see if the water settles separately between the two viscosities.
Okay. Give me. I'm gonna say, give me a D100.
7.
Not that you notice.
Okay. But yeah, I would eventually just basically stand guard at the door where Octavian is sleeping. Like eventually just go into the room and
Yeah, that is fair.
because I don't sleep,
Um,
I don't need to. So
Yep. Right, so everyone can roll their long rest. And Misha, your
Mm,
dreams are similar to before,
oh no.
where you have, but rather than having that sort of go from good to bad, it starts off at the bad and continues to get worse. Essentially, like,
Wait, even worse?
yeah. So, to the point that one of the various family members actually grabs hold of you and chucks you into a room and basically locks it behind you and just says, "You can't let such a thing out. It will ruin us. It's a disgrace to the family." Even
Oh, wait, that's in a dream, sorry.
yeah, and I would say you notice in this dream that your brother, who perhaps had a slight look of worry for you in the previous dream, now just has a look of disdain, like you're a disgrace to the family, sort of thing.
Fuck.
Yeah. How Misha reacts to that when they wake up, I will leave entirely to you, but you do wake up with that same sort of craving, and I would say, whilst it's not giving you any sort of debuff or anything, there's like almost like a twinge of like almost like a headache and a stomach ache, like withdrawal symptoms almost.
When
Lucian,
Octavian. Oh, sorry.
I was going to
Didn't
say,
interrupt.
when
Go ahead.
Lucian wakes up, he just sort of groans and goes, "Wasn't good enough. The rings are still there." But yeah, continue, Sigma.
When Octavian wakes up, he does see Sigma as like idly reading the black book. Like he's just idly like flipping through it.
Interesting. And Octavian, when you wake up, you're a little bit hungover, but you're no longer drunk.
Yeah, that's fine. I will do my daily cast of Dark Vision.
I will say you are in town. Do you feel you're going to need it?
Good point. I'll keep it in the burner for now.
Yeah, I'm not saying that to necessarily discourage you. If you want to do it. But just thinking.
No, that's fine. I hadn't thought of that.
I did also prepare purified foods. And I'm not sure.
Okay.
I believe Octavian also is going to attempt that.
I've got create and destroy water,
Okay.
so I can purify food and drink and create 10 gallons of water. Yeah, I don't have viewing on this screen, James.
You don't have what?
I can't see
Sight.
anything on this screen. Sight, thank you. My brain went. What's the word I'm
You
thinking
should
of?
be
And it
able
went
to. If you click your token, which is here.
I can now. Yeah, it's just everything went completely black on me.
Yeah, I think that's because I just refreshed the page to turn something off. So
Interesting.
Is there anything interesting in the black book today? By the way,
which one's the black book?
the dream book, because I.
The dream book.
Yes.
What's the dream book?
That one. Okay. How I have to describe this? Yes. So is this because you don't sleep? What would this be recording?
I am probably either the dreams of individuals inside, or the
Okay.
or it's the dreams of, like, basically if you think of the idea that, like, Sigma doesn't sleep because the idea of, like, different brains are working at different levels. So, like,
Okay.
the ones that are asleep versus the
Roll me a d6.
Hey, isn't that the amount of part numbers we have?
Yeah. So. Interestingly, this particular time, the journal has not been updated. But considering this book has been with you for a little bit, I'm going to give you another d6, and this will be a previous night's thoughts. Nope. Apparently those parts have not been sleeping. If anything, the only thing you see from those nights is just a simple stamp of the dahlia flower symbol.
Mm.
Take that as you will. Like, though oddly, and this is going to be perhaps sort of off description, but whilst it's like the dahlia symbol, it's almost like if you look really closely, it's almost made up of words, and it's just Sigma and Hunt written over and over and over, forming that sort of shape.
Yeah, it's Octavian sees Sigma closing this book when he wakes up. He would see that Sigma seems agitated at best.
Yeah.
What position am I currently in, James, considering how I fell asleep?
So you fell asleep sort of curled up like a cat.
Yes.
I'm going to say that you've ended up with sort of like one arm hanging off the bed, your head hanging off the bottom of the bed, and one of your legs sort of trapped underneath the other in a very uncomfortable way.
Oh, my back. My neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Octavian just sort of
Actually,
looks at Sigma and goes,
it wouldn't be.
"What's the matter?" Very sort of leery-eyed, and he sounds in pain.
Sigma like didn't seem to notice you like waking up, and like closes the book, and you see as they like put it away in that same pocket where they had put the amulet. Before they come over and they help sort you out so that you are standing or you're sitting properly on the side of the bed.
Yep. Oh, he is just joints cracking and creaking, and
Luckily, Sigma can help lift you from any angle. So
yeah. I'm just gonna go. I need to stop falling asleep. He just sort of rolls his neck and just hear like this grinding crunch. So you didn't answer my question, was?
just haven't had a good hunt in a few hours.
Insight. If I can.
Sure. And I'll let you decide if this is like a deception check or like a persuasion check, because it could be either, I feel. because it's sort of like half true. If you want to roll against it, or just
Oh, I rolled
set a
against it.
DC in your head.
I got a 1.
Yeah,
Oh.
his roll was a -1, James.
Oh, well, then yeah, you can tell that Sigma is not telling the whole truth. There's clearly something bothering them.
Octavian's just going to look at him. He's going to give him that look of, really? Yeah. You know the look a parent gives a child who's trying to lie to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Octavian's giving Sigma that look at the moment.
We don't know that look. We only know the look of disappointed parent.
That's the same look.
No, another kind of disappointment.
You see Sigma sort of like looks to the side, like they're obviously avoiding the accusation in a manner of speaking, and you see as they sort of reach and they sort of press their hand against the sort of like the back of their neck between their shoulder blades as they almost seem sorry that they don't really know how to approach the idea of what is going on in their head. Like,
Okay. Octavian just stand up, sort of stretch, pat Sigma on the shoulder, and go, "When you feel up to talking, you know where I am." Sort of pats him on the shoulder.
I presume at this point Misha opens or walks in the door.
I walk by the door and the door is open, so I will probably hear something coming from the room.
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, I think so.
Everything's fine, sir.
I need to stop falling asleep as a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a quiet day for now. Let's see what we can do tomorrow.
We were going to go around the city, correct?
Yeah, not much hunting
Yes.
for now.
I'm gonna try and help the people here with some fresh water.
Oh, can
Are
we
you coming,
actually
Palmar?
are we actually bound to town, or can we go to the lake?
We're bound to town. We can't leave.
That seemed to be the impression that you were given, is that until the festival is over, you're kind of stuck. But doesn't mean you're technically bound to town. You might be able to find ways to sneak out, but
I open the door into Palmar and Greed's room and see Greed's like suffering from hell hangover, I guess.
yeah.
And I see if Palmar would like to join us.
Palmar's already awake. Can I cast identify on the water that I collected last night?
Okay, that's an interesting thought. Okay, are you ritually casting this, I would assume?
You have the
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you begin ritually. Do you have the 100 gold pearl you need for it?
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, because that's one of those that needs the component.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So we need a pearl.
I'm going to assume Greed doesn't have one.
I'll have a look. I don't think they
Greed
do.
might have one. Knowing Greed.
No, Greed does not. Though both Palmar and Misha would, would recall that yesterday the woman they saw at the house they went to had a necklace on that had a pearl in it.
Of course she has.
Saying she has anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Palmar is still
May-
going to be, for those that look in, will see Palmar still ritually casting. You can't see the air quotes in my that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a drawing of a pearl will work.
No. So there are various components on the floor that he has. I'm assuming you're going to want me to do some sort of performance check on this or something.
Sure, why not?
Calm. Roll big. Roll big. Could have been worse.
It's clearly it is obvious they are not actually casting a spell, but they seem quite convinced they are.
Mm-hmm.
And Palmar, after all of your ritual casting, you come to the conclusion this is a vial of water.
Cool. Excellent. I'm going to pour it out.
Can I? Sigma will look at Palmar and be like, "That's a lot of rigmarole for nothing to happen."
Yeah, be surprised. And he's just going to wait for everyone to leave.
Yeah. He's gonna drink it.
Reed is just chilling, groaning in their bed. Like they just sort of like, leave me behind. I'll catch up. I need my beauty sleep. Give me like 4 more hours.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say 4 more days.
Yeah, maybe.
uh,
But yes, you are greeted at the entrance to the tavern by the young girl, well, young woman that you met yesterday, who is there. They've got an umbrella with them, because in case it rains. It's not raining this morning. Right, are you all ready to go, or do you do you need to get breakfast first, or I'm not sure what's best. I thought it best to come earlier rather than later.
Before we leave, I'm going to go to the lady who's running the bar.
mm-hmm. We should eat first.
And
Yeah,
ask if she's got an empty barrel. About 10 gallons.
They do, and they'll go. I assume you're planning to do something that'll help. So, yeah, here you go. Bring it back. And if you get it damaged, you'll of course pay for the damage. But
Oh,
yes,
it's not going anywhere, and I will cast create or destroy water and fill it with 10 gallons of clean drinking water.
So it would actually hold about 30 gallons, this barrel.
Yeah, I'll fill it with 10.
Yeah.
Oh, you can cast magic. Of course you can. What am I on about? Excellent. You are is at that point. Second, actually, before we go back to the world map, I just need to check something to make sure which way this guy would come down from. Yeah, it is. That a figure, as you're doing this, as a figure walks down the stairs and goes, this figure is dressed in quite fine clothing, finer than any of the other people here. and watches you carefully as you cast the spell and goes, "Ah, a druid, I see, or perhaps a cleric. No, druid. I'm almost certain. What an auspicious time. I know a few good tales about druids."
David will remove his hat and sort of do a sort of sweeping bow with it. And introduce himself.
I would take off my hat to you, but I left it with my wagon. I am Rictavio, ringmaster and carnival owner extraordinaire.
Wait, Rictavio?
Wasn't this the gentleman that you wanted to talk to, Misha?
You wasn't Rictavio the person that was knowledgeable about those smart wolves? Oh,
He is supposed to be have some knowledge, yes, or tales more than anything. As I think the two wolf hunters said, they haven't heard of any cure to the smart wolves. Not even old Rictavio with all his tall tales has heard of them.
Oh, okay.
But
That's still something.
yes. Oh, and he just sort of looks around the party and goes, "So we have."
Sigmund will approach and do that curtsy that is in their character art.
He doesn't seem surprised by any of the appearance of any of you. Even for Sigma, at most, there is a slight raised eyebrow.
I notice a slightly pointed ear that is uncommon for a regular human.
Indeed.
But he doesn't have the traditional elven features. Is he perhaps a mixed breed?
Half elf.
I've
Certainly possible. You'd have to ask, or perhaps he's just a man with naturally pointy ears. But he sort of looks across to you. So, what brings a tiefling, a dragonborn, a gith, and an unusual creature? I'm not quite sure what you are. To this town, I do love a good story, and I tell a good one too. Or so I'm told.
Hearing the fact he knows what Octavian is,
usually
very quickly.
Usually, this kind of reasoning sets up for a great joke.
Well, I'm sure I can think of one, but
You're not from here, are you?
Well, is a ringmaster and carnival owner really from anywhere?
Okay, let me reshape the query. You've been to the astral plane.
A possibility, or maybe I've just heard stories of your kind. It's always odd to jump to assumptions.
I'm definitely going to want to insight that one.
You can.
God damn it.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Fair enough. Stories it is.
Yes, well, I didn't say it was stories, I just said that was a possibility. This reminds me of a tale of a young Herengon lad who was convinced that they were once human, but sadly they were always a rabbit. Well, not sadly. Once he found the truth, I think he jumped for joy.
Wait, Herengan.
Would I know
Those
what one
aren't
of those?
of this world. Do I know them? Or where they originate from?
You can certainly roll me an Arcana, Nature, or History check.
I'm pretty sure I know that they're from the Fey realms.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Like guidance, that one?
Sure. Yep, so you would
rolled a
also
6.
know that Harengon are from the Feywild, traditionally. Though some have been seen in the material plane. And Octavian, I would say you've perhaps even seen one serve aboard some ships in the Astral Sea. Their jumping skills quite useful for getting about quickly. And boarding other ships, certainly.
Yes, I've seen at least one in passing. Excellent, they make excellent sailors.
Yes. Though the best sailor I ever met was, well, sailors, I suppose, was a pair of conjoined goblins. 2 heads are better than one, and they were one hell of a cabin boys.
You could see it. One sleeps, the other's up. Like,
Exactly. No, they weren't good enough to keep Gorbachev chained. Very few can.
Perhaps they should have learned not to sleep.
True, but keeping Gorbachev chained is a hefty feat. At least when you use iron.
What is
They say that she's a half-orc that can chew through iron chains, my boy. Not the way I prefer to get iron in my diet, but I suppose it's effective.
So you're
yes.
You run a carnival?
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm in charge of one, but I'm currently looking for new acts, touring the land, seeing for those that have the right talents or potential. Yes.
Well, if you want a hungover, stuck-up tiefling who obsesses over jewelry and money, there's one upstairs.
No, I had one of those in my previous act. They weren't much cop. No, they were very good at being set on fire for certain acts.
You should meet my friend Palmar. He's great in conversation. I really like spending time with him. He's super good. He's very good with machines.
Well, it's always good to meet new people, but the question remains, what brings two tieflings now, I suppose, a dragonborn, a gith, and a creature of unknown origins to
blood. If you're looking for origins, it's blood.
a creature of blood to Valaki, especially. There's a slight twinkle in his eye. One such as you points at Misha.
If you want to know why we're at Valaki, we were requested to offer some guidance. An escort from the village of Barovia. But if you're asking why we're in Barovia, I don't think we can answer that question.
The mist.
Hmm.
That's the only answer
We
to
only
the
know
question.
how we got here, not why.
Taken by the mist. Mist taken, as they say. Many have been taken that way, but few have lived to tell the tale. At least you've survived, well, at least long enough to journey from halfway across this small yet morose and land.
Everyone keeps saying this place is dark. I don't quite understand what they mean.
Mm,
Well, I suppose it depends exactly what you're looking for, but in most cases, laughter, joy, sunlight, etc., that isn't obscured by the mist. A lack
or the sadness of oppression.
but all will be well, he winks.
All will be well. Yeah.
I've seen more
Yes.
happiness and smiles here than I ever did at the keep.
Davian just sort of quietly sort of snorts at the all will be well.
Yes. Well, I must bid you all farewell. I have places to be, people to see, and possibly a toy to buy.
Ainsley?
Yes, it's where I'm going first. I have some food to deliver. Yeah, Danica, the usual. Yeah. Yes, I've got it ready for you, though. The fact that, a man that rotund needs food and doesn't get it himself. You're too kind to him, Rictavio. It's fine. He was willing to take in Piccolo, so I owe him that much.
Is he green?
Well, you'll have to see if you ever head that way, but for now, I will leave you to your breakfasts.
Pleasure to meet
And
you, sir.
Mhm.
yes,
It was great meeting you.
Yeah. As he walks out, Misha, you can give me a perception check, and Sigma actually, because you two are the only ones who would notice this potentially.
Alrighty.
Perception. I don't see a
Nope.
thing. You do.
19.
Okay. Probably looking at as he walks and he sort of twirls his cane in a theatrical manner.
Oh.
At the base of the cane, you see a familiar symbol for a brief moment before he continues to walk.
Oh, it's not even a familiar material. It's the symbol as well.
Yep.
What symbol is it?
The light brand symbol. And yes, it is silver tipped.
Sigma, like, I almost feel like for a moment Sigma would go paler than he normally does as he, like, shuts his mouth.
Do I notice the color change in Sigma?
You probably do. Because your passive insight is fairly good, and it's not like they're hiding it. That's your passive perception, but yeah.
Oh, passive perception, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Passive insight's 14.
Yeah, it's good
Look
enough
at
for
the-
this because
look
they're
at
not
Sigma.
exactly
Sorry, go on.
they're not exactly hiding it. So
Yeah, I'll just look at Sigma and go, what's the matter? You've hailed if that's possible. What about hymns made you nervous? No. It's not nervous, it's...
You see Sigma like sort of stands back up. And you see this whenever Sigma is like listening to you guys talk. Sigma will like, no matter how much it looks like Sigma wants to be talking, they will like force themselves into this sort of like position where they've got their hands behind their back, like they're trying to hold back in a manner of speaking. As Sigma sort of just mutters to Octavian, I just may have spoke out of turn, I guess.
In what sense?
As he looks at Misha for a second, and then looks at Rodolvio, like the door that Rodolvio had walked out of, and then will sit down.
Yeah, Octavian's still none the wiser on that one, because
Out of turn. What makes you think so? I'm confused. Why? Okay.
I'm confused as well now. Why what? I think we're all.
I want indeed.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got.
Let's get food and drinks for the town.
Yeah, have something to eat. I'll pay for a meal for the lady.
We already have paid for a
Your
meal.
breakfast is covered. And for her
yeah, I'll buy her breakfast because she's having to wait for her. So at least you can do is have
it's
meal.
she thanks you. It's a couple of copper pieces and said, "Oh, you don't have to. I had some porridge before I left."
No problem.
He'll have some more of the soupy sort of stuff, and then get right. Is that everyone? What about the young boy and the woman? Are they coming too, or are they staying here?
We can see if
Lucian is gonna join as well.
Okay, so Lucian's with you. Are you leaving Esme here with Greed, or are you taking Esme with you?
Does Irina want to come?
Does she want to come? Is she interested in this stuff?
I mean, she'd like to explore the town that she's in, but it's sort of whether you think it's safe enough for her, I suppose, at this point.
All will
probably
be well.
safer with us than without us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if shit goes down in town, like if suddenly shit goes down and the town is on fire, better for her to be near us than.
Yeah,
Okay,
I dread for the villagers that are nearby her when stuff is happening.
Okay.
Equally, I think Greed could look after her.
I do think Greed would be capable.
Yeah, but if stuff happens when Greed is looking after her, Strahd will kill Greed.
Fine. Nothing can possibly happen to an NPC and a player that aren't around the main party. Surely not.
Sure.
I mean, you could leave her to look after Greed, as Greed seems a bit worse for wear, but...
Yeah,
that could be...
Greed will manage. Does she really not want to investigate town?
Oh no, she's with you to investigate town. It's just,
Greed can look after
just because it's bugging me enough, I'm going to give Lucian 1 more HP, because that way it's not going to auto-wound him when he just exists. Because half of 1 is 1.
By existing.
He got 1 HP for... It's the training, yeah.
Yeah.
He leveled up.
Yeah, for each pie you manage to find, he will gain 1 HP.
Oh, not a level?
No.
Only a pie?
Yeah, go to the bone grinder and go to the mill and top up.
Just next time it's going to be a key lime pie.
So, just for narrative's sake, as Palmar came downstairs, he would have emptied the vial.
Yeah.
He would have taken his jug, which he would have used to produce 8 gallons of fresh water. He would have siphoned just enough to fill up the vial, which won't be a lot of water. and then put the jug back in his bag.
Okay.
And then keep hold of the vial.
Interesting.
Say it's only regular water. I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, when you leave, they lead you down to this building down here, which again, not very far, but it's not a very large town. So
does that go past the well by any chance?
Yes.
Could Palmar investigate it, looking to gain some more fluid?
Sure.
But I want to make this quite theatrical, so that people know that I'm doing this.
Okay, give me another performance check then.
Could I guidance myself on that?
Sure.
Sigma will clap.
It's elaborate, but looks rather foolish. So it's not really hiding the fact, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's obvious you're performing.
No worries. I'm going to take one of the other vial that I have in my pocket. I only ever carry two, and get some water out of the well.
Yep, you're able to get some water out of the well. This water is a bit thicker.
Cool. And then I'm just going to put it straight in my pocket.
Yeah, and Octavian, as you're walking, you notice that there is a raven following you, keeping an eye on you, possibly. Or just being a raven, but seemingly following you.
He's just going to sort of glance at the raven, not in a very obvious, I'm staring at you, but sort of look at it so he knows and just sort of incline his head to it.
Yep. It just sort of swirls in the air a bit.
Sort of an acknowledgement of I see you.
Yeah, so let me describe this toy shop for you. This cramped shop has a dark entrance portico above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a bee engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys and hanging placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." Take you to the map.
Roof.
Bring the NPC in. Let me grab them because they're technically with you. Right. Yes, this is Blinsky's Toys. It's one of and Greed's here. Go away, Greed. You're not here.
Why is Greed here?
He wasn't. It was you. You were all hallucinating due to slightly bad night's sleep. Must be something in the water. Or maybe not. Who knows? But yes, this is the toy shop, Blinsky's. It's, well, as they said, no fun, no Blinsky. Yes, so here you go.
Toy shop, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Welcome to Blinsky's. If it's no fun, it's no Blinsky's. So if not having a good time, come in, and we will have a good time, yeah?
Yes.
Oh god.
Isn't that right, my little friend Piccolo? He tickles the monkey's chin.
I will
Piccolo?
walk up to Blinsky and I will smile at him.
A smile from my strange-looking new friend. Oh, may Blinsky help you today? Perhaps a set of wooden nesting dolls? Or, oh no, I bet you would like a ventriloquist. No, nobody likes that. Perhaps, oh, I have one just for you, my big grey friend. And he pulls out a replica of the gallows that you saw, and again, to everyone else, the figure hanging from the noose looks just like a figure, but to Octavian, it's clearly Octavian.
You may not believe this, but what if I told you I saw the exact thing outside?
Oh! Blinsky's toys are unique. Are you saying someone has made replicas? I will have to find them and set Piccolo eating their nose.
I mean life size.
Oh, you mean the gallows at the crossroads? Yes, I have been there. This is what I base it on, yes? Everyone likes to watch a good hanging. It brings people together.
Why?
Makes them all happy.
Why is it me on the gallows for both this and that one?
Sigma will... That's not you, Octavian.
I promise you that's what I saw and I'm seeing now.
Sigma literally shrugs and goes, perhaps a madness.
I do not know what you mean. This is just clear figure.
Like, the idea of someone going crazy, Sigma literally shrugs it off conceptually. Like, he's just, like, shrugs.
Yeah, Irina, on the other hand, has spotted a doll on a shelf and is staring at it in confusion.
Something weird?
The doll looks like her. And that's clear to everyone.
That sounds weird enough.
Sigma will look at Irina, not really thinking. He goes, do you want it, Esme?
No, I'm just wondering why someone would make such a doll. I mean, and Blinsky, noticing what they're looking at, goes, "Oh no! I am sorry, friends. I cannot sell. That is special custom request. I keep on display for when he arrives. Yes."
Ooh.
Is everything on that display what's the word?
Reserved.
Reserved?
Or just that one?
Yes, that is the reserve shelf, but I keep it on display to show off custom work. That is custom work and reserve shelf. I have a couple, but that is main one. Oh, I'm sorry. The person who came did not give name. Just paid and left. He comes every now and then to pick up doll. He likes his dolls. The other one which will catch your eye looking around is a ventriloquist dummy that looks like Strahd.
Of course it does.
You know, if we bought that, it could be really funny.
I'm not. Would
Oh,
it
that is point. That is point of toys. They make people happy. Yes. And so if you find dummy funny, then that is good. It will only set you back 9 silver pieces.
I'm going to go into my bag and pull out the toy that I have.
That is early work, yes. I have not seen this one for a very long time.
The girl who it belongs to has gone missing.
Oh, that is shame. That is shame. I have not seen her. No.
Well, I'm not,
other than
I'm not accusing. I'm just wondering what you could tell me about the girl.
I mean, I am not sure. Mother came in and bought toy for a young child, when she was younger, because that is what people do. Yes, they buy toys for children to make happy.
Yeah, I've bought my fair share of toys over the years.
Exactly. It's all about making people happy. Then all will be well.
What is Lucian looking at?
Lucian is looking at a wooden string mobile of hanging bats with flapping wings. As well as...
Sorry.
Yeah. No, continue.
I was saying I'm just going to put my hand out to the monkey and be nice to it. And yeah.
The monkey does a cartwheel and and then taps your hand and then holds out its hand as if it wants something.
I'll put a silver piece.
You are too kind. Piccolo loves to perform tricks, but he only likes to perform tricks if he gets paid. Normally I pay him peanuts, but that is what he likes, yes?
He's a very good monkey.
He is. He doesn't seem to like the moon much for some reason. He always screams at it. Points his hand towards it like he wants it to go boom. But monkey cannot make moon go boom. Even if it would make him happy, it would make everyone unhappy.
Yeah, I get the reference.
It can make some more people happy.
Misha, you would probably, considering your interest in wolves, would notice a wind-up musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of the prancing horses you would normally see.
Wait, chasing children?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's not happy.
But I think at this point, Sigma is literally like kid with ADHD walking around the shop, like literally like looking at everything. Like
I'm looking. Is there some how do I something like slingshots or play weapons?
Yeah, there's some wooden swords. There's actually, if you kind of look over near where Lucian is, there's actually like a wooden spear.
Of course, it's there.
I did not intentionally put him there, but
of course, yeah, sure.
There's also like targets with like fake arrows and stuff. Yes, and there's some fake brains. I mean, I make what people want, and it makes them happy. Yes. Some people really don't like children, so things that chase children make them happy.
I'm glad to see that you cater for both sides of that coin, I guess.
Exactly. It is my job. I got to make everyone happy. Master would not be happy if I did not make everyone happy.
Who's
Master?
Master von Werg, greatest inventor in world.
No.
Palmar sniggers to himself when he hears greatest inventor in the world.
He said his greatest invention is somewhere in this land. In fact, I'm not sure where though. I would love to see it. It would make I think it would provide the perfect inspiration to make my works true masterpiece.
Hmm.
And what would that be?
A clockwork man, full size.
A full-size clockwork man.
Yes. Very complicated, far beyond what Blinsky is capable of right now, but Blinsky will find one day and work out how to make and make better. And then everyone will think Blinsky is best, because if it's no fun, if it's no Blinsky, so Blinsky must be best. Then I can make all children and all adults and all other people happy.
I'm gonna roll an insight. I'm curious on how much he actually is dedicated to this, or versus it being a character.
It honestly seems like, yeah, he's very genuine. He wants to make everyone he can happy. Like, unlike maybe some of the others who are like forcing the all will be well sort of thing, he seems to genuinely believe it.
I mean, smooth brains, no thought in the world, only happy thoughts, happy creating.
Happy thoughts can make you take wings, so says my friend Octavio, yes.
Yes, we met him this morning. Interesting gentleman.
Yes, he always brings apple for Piccolo.
Piccolo's a good monkey.
Yes.
Octavian's still just focused on Piccolo, just giving him attention.
Yep.
Is there anything in the shop that calls out to Sigma?
That stands out to you, Sigma.
Is there anything that stands out to Sigma?
There is a nesting doll that, for some reason, you are drawn to.
Oh, I was gonna say there is this hand puppet with a filthy bugbear.
So the thing with this nesting doll is the outermost one appears to be a young man. Then as you open it, the next one is a beautiful lady. The third, a scientist. The next, an old man. And the last one, a body wrapped in bandages. Yes. And yes, if anything catches eye, let Blinsky know, and Blinsky will tell you how much. But if nothing catches eye, let Blinsky know what you want, and Blinsky will see how much to make, yes?
How well put together do these toys look?
Honestly, some of them look pretty well put together, like especially the more basic ones, which have like the less like mechanical side to them. They look very well made, like carefully hand painted, handcrafted. Some of them less so than others, perhaps older works. The more mechanical ones look a bit thrown together, like he can do it, but he's not very good at it. Like you feel you could probably do a bit better with a little bit of practice, but yes. Yeah, but there's all sorts of bits and bobs. There's rocking wolves, rocking horses, including a skeletal one, which is quite well put together. There's obviously like games like for young children, like building blocks, and there's some like dress up costumes. There's some skulls, fake skulls, but still skulls. There's a pile of silly ooze. And whilst Blinsky's waiting, Blinsky just starts juggling.
Juggling?
Yep.
Is there anything, does Sigma, like, get any reproach as he considers the idea of buying this nesting doll?
A form of reproach by who? As in, from Blinsky or from the party?
No.
From the voices.
I would say, three of them don't seem interested, but the more scientific mind within you is like sort of goes, this is an odd coincidence. If that had been you on the inside, it would have been very strange indeed, but it seems to reflect each part of us, at least in slight. And then the young lady's like, please, that doesn't represent me. It's not nearly gorgeous enough. Like, seriously, like, look at that nose. Clearly needs some work done. But, yeah, that's the response you get.
Okay. Sigma will pick it up and look towards Blinsky and say, how much is this one?
Okay. Well, that's interesting as well. Keep that one for later. That one is... that one is for your 9 copper pieces, yes? That from 9 copper pieces and a smile to show how happy it makes you, yes?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, poor Blinsky. Poor guy.
Sigma will put down a silver and smile.
Yep. And get your copper piece back in response.
Which way are you smiling?
He's
Across
doing it
or down.
I think Sigma's doing the smile the polite way, because any other smile would not just make Blinsky upset. The rest of the party hasn't seen it either, so really.
Oh, fair.
Yes. Oh, that is quite big smile you have. All the better to eat your food with, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I will say, Octavian, you're probably the only one to notice this as your passive. Actually, Misha, you would notice this as well. Whilst Blinsky has been sort of juggling, and seemingly just sort of playing around whilst he waits for you to look around and make purchases or ask any questions, you notice on occasion his gaze goes to Irina.
Mm-hmm.
And just sort of flickers between her and the doll of her, or that looks a lot like her at least.
I'm going to quietly lean forward and move over to avoid the monkey. Lean forward and slide a gold coin. Come on, what can you tell me about who commissioned that?
He looks round for a moment and sort of considers the money, because obviously a gold is like a decent amount of money. It's not. He sort of considers it and goes, it is it is what is right. He has bald head and a strange arm with elongated fingers and long nails. But you didn't hear that from me. He is very scary.
Well, the way I've sort of slid it, I've slid the sort of point under like the ledger, sort of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not obvious, but
he sort of nods and goes, I do not know when he comes back, but I won't tell him you were asking. If you don't tell him I was telling. Yes?
Of course. As they say, silence is golden.
Exactly, and God makes the world go around and makes people happy.
And then, I'm just going to have a look around and see if there's any sort of toy that I think kids would like.
I mean, it depends on what sort of children you have. There's a headless doll that comes with a sack of attachable heads.
What do you mean headless doll? This one has a head.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But yeah, there's a headless doll with a sack of attachable heads, including one with his eyes and mouth stitched shut.
Creepy, but okay.
There's some toy broomsticks.
I'm gonna pick one of those up. I got greed a present.
Bring one for greets.
There's a box full of giant eyeballs. There's some like dress-up masks.
Masks?
Yes.
As in, for a masquerade quality or just low budget?
A bit of both, really. There's cheap ones for those that can't afford the expensive ones.
And how expensive is an expensive one?
Oh, let me think. He juggles, and then one of seems to purposely fail, so one of them hits him on the head, and goes, "Oh yes, Blinsky remember. Blinsky remembers. It is part of the Skies kit, but not the Skies kit. It is oh no, brain. But it is 1 silver piece for a decent mask."
Is that accounts?
I'll say that reminds me more Sesame Street. I'll buy it.
It is. I'm pretty sure that's the Sesame Street counts.
I look at Palmar and say, "Do you think we should buy Greed something? I think you would like something. What do you think?
I picked up the broom for Greed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The broom is 2 copper pieces, yes?
Yes.
Can I find something for Lucian? Is Lucian interested in anything except for pies?
Well, Lucian has found a model pie, because of course he has.
Yeah.
Are these fireworks?
Would there be any caltrops?
They're more toy soldiers.
They look like fireworks.
If you look really closely, like here, you can tell they're like a toy soldier.
Yeah. Damn it.
There's doll houses, dolls. Lucian looks at
Esme or me?
Lucian finds a toy flail, then starts like trying to swing it around like he's seen you do in fights.
Mm-hmm. I'll get it. Okay. Would there be caltrops?
There. How to? So there isn't what would be classed as caltrops, because caltrops obviously wouldn't be something you would sell in a shop like this. However, there are some 4-sided dice.
Oh. Just pick the metal ones.
Mm-hmm.
They are made of metal, yes. There are also some plastic bricks that can be connected together.
Uh-huh. Would we be able to use those as the mechanical caltrops or an equivalent?
Yes, you would.
Okay. I'll get those or something like that for Lucian, as well as the flail.
Yeah, so I'll say the flail and the caltrops would come together as 1 gold piece.
Okay. And I will get a mask because it feels like that might be useful.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone is interested in? You've got the headless dolls, the miniature gallows, the wooden string mobile of hanging bats, the wind-up merry-go-round.
I want to do a
Strahd dummy.
I mean, I'm gonna pick up the count. Puppet.
The count hand puppets.
Yes.
Okay.
But I want to do a commission.
What would you like to commission?
2 orange cats.
Orange cats? Well, I have black cat I could paint for you, so that would be cheap. I only have 1 though. So second one, he sort of considers, juggles again. To make you happy, let us say 3 gold pieces, and I will have ready in a busy time. By end of festival, yes?
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. And then it's the hand puppet and the broom as well.
The hand puppet, that will set you back. Well, if I'll throw in broom as well, so that would be another gold piece, yes?
Yep, so 4 gold.
Yes, that will make you very happy.
Yes. Yes, it has.
1 happy customer, haha. 2 happy customers, ha ha ha.
No.
3 happy customers, ha ha ha.
Sigma is like looking at these dress stands for a minute.
Yes, we have dress-up clothes for adults and children alike, including one to make you look like turtle.
My God.
Yes, and do not forget our special quality the popular with children of all ages, the flumph. Glows funny colors in the right lights, it does.
I kind of want to buy the flumph outfit or costume and wear it, but
it may be a bit big for you, but I could resize.
How much would that be?
Oh, the resize.
And is it comfortable?
God.
Is it soft and comfy?
It is comfortable enough.
I found my sleeping clothes.
Oh my God.
Who needs a blanket with that?
So that in order for resizing and everything, that would be 5 gold pieces. Yes.
It's the best of my money.
I think it's.
But I'm going to do it.
Is that 5 altogether or 5 like?
No, that's like 9 gold altogether I've just spent.
And that will be ready by end of festival. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
And remember, if it's no fun, it's no Blinsky.
Blinsky, yes. I will remember. Oh dear. God damn it.
I'm honestly tempted to rename this episode "No Fun, No Blinsky" because it's kind of being just.
You have to do it, Chris.
No, all will be well.
Yes. All will be well.
All will be well.
Do one of us
So
couldn't
that
say
is-
no to that.
Yep. Yes. If there is anything else you would like, let Blinsky know, yes? If not, I'll have a happy day. Yes? Yuck. No idea what accent I'm doing for this guy. I do not know if I'll ever get back into it again.
I'm gonna thank.
No,
Blinsky for
we're
his,
never gonna return.
thank
Well,
Blinsky. I'm just
Octavian
gonna-
is.
Yeah, I am.
Oh fuck, we do need to get back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand outside the shop and light my pipe.
Yeah.
I'll also wait for the others outside.
You know, just because it's gonna be funny, I'm gonna offer Sigmund a pipe.
Hmm.
I will use the pipe.
Oh
I-
no.
You see Sigma like the way that Sigma's standing, like Sigma like almost hunches over like for a second, as if like remembering something, like they're doing something they haven't done in a while, as they bring the pipe up. Um, yeah, and yeah, we'll smoke the pipe for a second.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
You also kind of notice how often you don't really see Sigma breathing.
Yeah, it is something sort of Stephen would have noticed prior.
Sigma almost always seems like a coiled spring in that way.
Yeah, just sort of stand out the front, smoke the pipe, and have a chat while we wait for everyone else to finish. I think.
You think they might have a dress shop here in town? Or a tailor?
I mean, we could ask, and I'll ask the lady who showed us where this place. Is there a tailor's in town, James?
A tailor. That's someone who makes clothes, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You like, are we what sort of clothes?
Sigma and whatever clothes Sigma is looking for.
Like, are you looking for costume clothes? Like sturdy clothes? You're looking for a dress outfit for attending some fancy event? Armor, I suppose, would be another. I suppose that's clothes to some.
You see it's like Sigma sort of like listening to these things, like pondering them, and says, "Well, I've not attended a festival, so I don't."
Oh, you want clothes for the festival? Oh, you want well, it's the Sun Festival, so Festival of the Blazing Sun, so you probably want sunny colored clothes, things that are happy. I believe the stockyard might be selling stuff like that. If not, I think maybe the church might be handing some stuff out like that for as part of, trying to keep everyone together and happy and safe. I mean, of course they're safe. They're in town. She
I'm going to
hesitates for a moment and then turns away for a brief moment, and then you hear a swallowing sound, and then she turns back with a big smile on her face.
Insight. Safe in town? Question mark? Question mark.
Safe for a given measure of safe. Basically, you've obviously seen people locked up, and everyone seems to be really pushing this all will be well, apart from Blinsky, who seems to genuinely believe. Everyone else seems a bit more forced, and you've seen
for
people who are...
town where happiness is mandatory, I've seen a lot of frowns.
Yes, but as soon as anyone notices, they're immediately like going, smile! The only people who haven't, you would say, is probably the two wolf hunters, but you'd imagine they can get away with it because of their job.
Yeah, they have enough strength to defy the law.
Oh, and actually one other thing, just as everyone's leaving, Blinsky goes, if you find Clockwork Man and bring back, Blinsky will give you Monkey. It is only a reward Blinsky can give.
Deal.
Deal.
Wait.
It's a cute monkey.
What?
You want Piccolo?
I want Piccolo.
I thought the monkey was Rictavio's.
No, he gave me to look after and to keep, yes, because he could not afford to keep. He is good, though. He helps get toys from hard-to-reach shelves. And in exchange, Blinsky gave Rictavio stuffed Vistanador.
Sorry, Vistanador?
Vistania. One of the Vistani, like Vistani go?
Oh, Vistani.
Yes. Oh, and remember, he says as you leave, at the house of Blinsky, happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices.
Thank you, Blinsky.
If you ever find a little child in need of joy, then get a little toy for girl or boy. Yes, make you happy.
I will genuinely bow to Blinsky on the way out.
He nods and smiles and juggles a bit more.
How does Lucian react to the toy flail?
He is swinging it around, and you can see he is clearly trying to copy some of the moves that you've done, like even some of the more tricky ones, but he at one point sort of twirls around and almost bonks himself on the head. It looks like he needs practice or training.
Yeah. Practice. Mostly practice.
Yeah. And all he has to do is remember not to step on his own toy dice because he may die from them.
Yeah. Wait,
they can't save his life, though.
Yeah.
May?
I mean, I gave him 1 more HP, and a Caltrop only does 1 HP damage. As long as he doesn't step on 2 of them, he's fine. But yes, so I can show you to the stockyard or the church, or if there's anywhere else you want to go, I can lead you there.
Stockyard? Didn't you want to go there?
There was something at the stockyards. What was it? The stockyards.
Octavian's cart is there.
Octavian's car. Yeah.
Oh.
I think that was also where you might be able to buy stuff, because that's sort of the where some of the shops are.
The pie. No. We need to go. We wanted to go to the church for the festival preparation, right?
One or the other. Both are fine. I think both are places we want to go.
Yeah,
whichever's closer.
Well, they're actually weirdly about rough distance. Like the church is this bit over here, and the stockyard is this bit over here.
Oh, I see.
I think maybe the church first, because whatever we can get at a church is usually cheaper than from the markets.
Okay, that makes sense. As you head towards the church, though, that is where I'm going to say we'll wrap up today's session before we get into like another section, as I have to be up earlier tomorrow.
Yeah.
And because I think he's back next week, as you walk up this road to here, Greed comes out of the tavern and joins you.
His hair is like all like proper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not a single stray strand of hair.
Yeah. Yes.
You know I'm going to give him the broom straight away.
Yeah, well, we'll save that interaction for next session, but I hope everyone has enjoyed the session and enjoyed the NPC Semblinski, and brief introductions to a few other NPCs, and we shall be back again next week as far as I'm aware, unless someone tells me otherwise, but of course join us tomorrow for Icewind Dale, I believe.
Icewind Dale.
With the party that still don't have a name, apparently. And join us Sunday for the other Icewind Dale campaign with the Icewind Trekkers, and then Monday for
Beyond the Witchlight
with the Jumping Junipers. So bye for now.
Bye.